Hello and welcome to the New 50. I have a question for you. Have you got something that you really want to do, that you're desperate to do, or you really need to do, but you're a bit too scared to do it, and you're waiting for that fear to go away? My name is Taiwo. I am a coach, a trainer, and a writer. I'm also the founder and CEO of the New 50, which is aimed at people who are approaching or at midlife and who are looking to reconnect with their passion, step out of their comfort zone so that they can make choices about the way they create the next chapter of their lives. So today I'm going to talk to you about how I felt the fear, did it anyway, and what I learned. Just over a year ago, I attended a personal development camp. Now, I didn't really understand what that camp involved. I just signed up for it as part of a whole package of other things that I signed up for, other bits of training. So when the time came to attend the camp, I just thought, well, I might as well go along. It's going to grow me somehow. I had no idea what was involved because there was no information about what was involved. So on day one, we're put in teams and we go for our first activity, and I see that it's activities that involve being what was probably only about 30 feet in the air, but to me felt like 100 or 1,000 feet in the air. And I discovered or realized that I was actually very, very, very frightened of heights. I always had this sensation when I was on a top building or top of a building, I would have this sensation where I couldn't get too close to the edge because I was a bit scared that I would jump, and I just thought it was a thing that people had. I didn't realise that actually that was me. I wasn't scared that I was going to jump, I was probably more scared that I was going to fall, and I didn't realise until I went to this camp that I was very, 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 very scared of heights. So there were 4 different exercises that we had to do each time: climb up really high and then come down, etc. And I was given an out because I had disclosed the fact that I had high blood pressure, so I'd been taken to one side and told that if I felt that the exercises were a bit too much for me, I didn't have to do it. But then I thought, well, okay, I'm scared of climbing so high, but if I do it each time, it'll get easier. Or so I thought. Each time I did each exercise, I got more and more petrified until I got to the last one, which involved going from one swing that was high up to the next and stepping across to meet somebody in the middle, and then stepping back along the swings to go back. And I was petrified. And there was one thing that got me through that particular exercise, and all 4 of them actually, was my team and the encouragement and the support of my team and my teammates, and in particular the person that partnered me in that last exercise, because he cajoled me, encouraged me to just keep going until I did what it was that I needed to do. At one point, however, he did say that I needed to that I should look down and look at where my feet were, and I knew that if I looked down I would never be able to move, and I knew that that was something that people have said, if you're scared of heights and you're doing something at a great height, then don't look down because you'll just freeze. And so I decided not to look down. I just continued looking in the direction that I needed to go. And so I did the 4 things, and like I said, each time it got harder, each time I got more and more scared. And there were 2 main things that I learned from doing that exercise. The first one is that actually sometimes there really is no point waiting for the fear to go away, because that fear may not go away. But if it's something that you need to do, then you need to do it in spite of the fear, act in spite of that fear, and you can do it. It's the fear is in your mind, and once you've done it, you feel really good about yourself. And in some instances, it will lessen the fear, but in other instances, it won't. But sometimes you've just got to do what it is that you need to do, and that is about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I read somewhere, and I can't remember who said it, but that fear is that courage is being able to act in the face of fear and being able to do something even though you're scared to do it. That it's not courage if it's not a stretch for you. So that was the first thing I learned, that the fear may not go away, but you can do it, push forward anyway. And the second thing I learned was that the whole point about not looking down, but being aware of what you might be scared of. And in my case, my fear was falling, which was not a rational fear anyway, because I was on a harness. So even if I slipped, I would be caught. And so the idea of not looking down when you're at a great height, not looking down at what you're frightened of, is about saying, stay and stick to your vision, look in the direction that you're needing to go, and take things step by step, moment by moment. Be aware of the dangers, don't do anything silly, but keep moving, forging ahead, step by step, and you will get to your destination, you will get to your goal. So those were the two main things that I learned. Feel the fear and just do it anyway. The fear may not go away. Don't wait for that fear to go away, and just keep your eye on the vision. Keep your eye focused in the direction that you're going, and take things step by step, moment by moment, and you'll get there and you'll be fine. But there was a third thing that I learned, and it was the importance of working in a team. Sometimes we think that we have to do things on our own, and that especially things that frighten us, we think, that we appear weak if we ask for help. But sometimes you just need to ask for help, and that help, people are out there and people are willing to help. If you go to the right people, they will help you. And so that was the third thing I learned, because I would never have been able to get through those 4 exercises without the support and help of my team. So that's what I learned. Sometimes you just got to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I've just taken that experience and that learning into my life, 15, 16 months later, and I now tell myself, if I'm a bit anxious about doing something, that don't wait for the anxiety or the fear to go away, just do it and you'll get out the other side. And what I found with a lot of things that I've done is that I've come out of the other side and the fear doesn't feel so great. So that's my message for you today. Feel the fear, do it anyway. It's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. So thank you for watching. Now, if you enjoyed this, then click on the thumbs up and give it a like. You can also share your experiences by writing in the comments below. And if you know someone who can benefit from watching this video, then share it with them. And if you'd like to see more from the New 50, then subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you again very soon.